What if I told you that on August 6, 1945, a man stood less than 2 miles from the center of the Hiroshima atomic blast and lived? Then, 3 days later, he was in Nagasaki when the second bomb fell, and he survived that too? This is the true, almost impossible story of Tsutomu Yamaguchi, the only person officially recognized as having survived both atomic bombings. Tsutomu Yamaguchi was a 29-year-old engineer working for Mitsubishi Heavy Industries. On the morning of August 6, 1945, he was in Hiroshima on a business trip. He was walking toward the docks when the sky exploded. A blinding white light filled everything. The shockwave threw him into a ditch. His eardrums ruptured. His skin was burned. His left arm was severely damaged. Around him, the city was disappearing in fire and smoke. Despite his injuries, Yamaguchi forced himself to move. He found 2 of his colleagues who had also survived. Together, they made their way through the burning ruins of Hiroshima, past the dead and dying, until they reached the train station. Amazingly, they managed to board a train and leave the destroyed city. Yamaguchi was going home. Home to Nagasaki. On August 9th, while recovering at his company office in Nagasaki, Yamaguchi was describing the Hiroshima explosion to his supervisor. He was explaining the blinding light and the shock wave when the same white light filled the room again. The second atomic bomb had just detonated over Nagasaki. Once more, Yamaguchi was thrown to the ground. Once more, he survived. He had now lived through both nuclear attacks. Yamaguchi suffered from radiation sickness, burns, and lifelong health problems. His hair fell out. His wounds healed slowly. He battled constant illness. Yet he lived. He married. He had children. He continued working. For decades, he rarely spoke about what he had experienced. Only later in life did he begin sharing his story, becoming a quiet but powerful voice for peace. In 2009, the Japanese government officially recognized Tsutomu Yamaguchi as a survivor of both Hiroshima and Nagasaki. He is the only person to receive this dual recognition. His survival defied every probability. 2 of the most destructive weapons ever used in war, and one man walked away from both. Yamaguchi's story is not just about luck. It is about the thin line between life and death when humanity unleashes forces it barely understands. He carried the physical and emotional scars for the rest of his life. Yet he chose to speak not of revenge, but of the need to never let such weapons be used again. Tsutomu Yamaguchi died in 2010 at the age of 93. He had lived long enough to see a world that still possessed thousands of nuclear weapons. His life remains one of the most extraordinary survival stories in human history. A man who stood in the shadow of 2 atomic bombs and somehow kept walking. The end. Drop your thoughts below. Do you believe pure chance can explain surviving both atomic bombs? Or does Yamaguchi's story feel almost impossible? Subscribe to Random Vibe Spark for more insane true stories, wild survival cases, and reality-bending history that will blow your mind.